Hare Krishna. So today we are going to discuss about the very important topics that how to make a steady progress in Krishna consciousness in our bhakti. So this is important because we will have uh, this is important because every practitioner has this problem that how to improve bhakti. That is the tricks and that is the technique that everybody must know it. So today we are going to discuss about that. Before that, we offer our Mangalacharan to our Guru Varga. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnana Anjana Salakaya Chakhurunimile Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jana Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sopadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sijuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanam Cha Sirupam Sagrajatam Sagana Siragunatam Mitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Raitam Sri Visakhamitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopischa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisavanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatrivasya Kurpa Sindhu Vaivacha Patitanam Pavanabhya Vaisnavya Namo Nama Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Samiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pasat Desatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gauravakta Bunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So thank you very much for attending the classes. Actually, to hearing Krishna Katha is the prime goal of human life. Narada Muni say that tadinam tardinam durdinam namanya megachinam. That day is not inauspicious if it is overcast with rainy day. But yadinam Krishna Katha Samalpa Piyusa Barjita. That day is an inauspicious day. That day is an inauspicious day where there is no Krishna Katha, where there is no hearing of Krishna Katha. So that is very important things. Every devotee should know that by hearing only we can get the bhakti. Bhakti cannot get by simply by rituals, by attending temple program. No, simply by hearing Krishna Katha. Jasyang bhai Sriyamanayam Krishna Parama Purushe Bhaktir Utpadate Punsam Soko Moha Bhayopa. Srila Vyasadev, the compiler of Srimad Bhagavatam, has stated that if you want to sprout the bhakti, that is very important. That you have to hear. Prabhupada has given a stress on hearing of Krishna Katha. Those who are not hearing, there is a, I mean, they can face a lot of stumbling blocks in progressing in bhakti. Today we are discussing about how to study in bhakti. So first of all, we should know that this hearing is very, very fortunate, a auspicious thing, fortunate. There's a beautiful verse I am going to share you from Srimad Bhagavatam. Very, very important verses. 397. You hear it is said that who is a unfortunate person? O my Lord, person who are bereft of the all auspicious performance of chanting and hearing about your transcendental activity are certainly unfortunate, are also bereft of good sense. They engage in inauspicious activity, enjoying sense gratification for a little while. Beautiful verses. The Brahma is praying actually. This Brahma's prayer 3.9. Brahma is praying to Krishna that who is the unfortunate, who is inauspicious, that person who is not interested in hearing. Because hearing is the express way to Goloka. Prabhupada said that it is express way to go back to Goloka, go back to God. So today we are discussing about the steady in progress in bhakti. First of all, we must know that most important thing is bhakti in our life. In spiritual life, bhakti is very, very important as compared to anything else. Krishna himself say that Bhakti Sanjayate. Krishna say that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say that Prema Pumartha Mahan. What is the concern of every human form of life? Prema Pumartha. Prema, the love of Godhead, the Bhakti is most important thing. And Krishna also said to Uddhava that out of all things you do, austerity, everything, but the most important factor is the Bhakti. What Bhakti? Bhakti to Krishna. So 11, 19, 24. These verses are very, very like, Paul of wisdom. Evam dharme manusyanam uddhavatmani vedinam mai sanjayate bhakti konya arthasya vishasyate. Evam dharme manusyanam, manusya dharma. Everybody asking, what is my dharma? What is my ultimate goal? What is my ultimate duty? Here Krishna has explained that what is the ultimate duty of human being. By who is those human beings who have actually surrendered themselves to me, automatically develop love for me. What other purpose or goal could remain for my devotee? The only purpose of attaining Krishna is bhakti. There is no other way. Krishna himself says that na sadhayate bhakti, beautiful verses from 11, 14, again to Uddhava, न साधयते मां जोगो न सांख्यं धर्म उद्भव न सद्धयस्तपस्त्यागो यथा भक्तिर्ममोर्जित यथा भक्तिर्ममोर्जित. It's a beautiful verse. My dear Uddhava, the unalloyed devotional service rendered to me by my devotees bring me under their control. I cannot be thus controlled by this engaged in mystic yoga, Sankhya philosophy, pious work, Vedic study, austerity, and nonsense. One may be great scholar. Krishna is not scholar grahi. He is bhavagrahi, bhaktagrahi. He is not slokograhi. He is not Sankhya grahi, Astanga yoga grahi. But he is bhaktagrahi, bhavagrahi. So only by bhakti you can control the Lord. Therefore the priority, the paramount importance of bhakti Krishna has given. That bhakti is the most important thing, anything else. All this, if you go to chapter 6 of Bhagavad Gita, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, everywhere bhakti, bhakti, bhakti. Nothing but bhakti only. Krishna says that, Yoginam api sarvesham madgata antaratma manaha. Je bhajanti. Shraddhavan jo bhajanti same bhaktatama mataha. Out of all yogi, who is the best of yogi? Those who are executing the bhajana. Bhajana means bhakti yoga. So that is very important. Krishna in every chapter of Bhagavad Gita has given a very stress on the point of how bhakti is very, very important. But the problem is that how to steady in bhakti. First bhakti will be how to attain that bhakti and how to steady in that bhakti. Let us go through, because there are so many verses in this regard, and another verses also I will show, then we will switch to how to attain bhakti. Bhakti is the highest. Nayam sukhap bhagavana dehinam gopika sutta jnaninam chatma bhutanam jakta bhakti matam iha. Krishna says that Nayam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, the son of Mother Jasoda, is accessible to devotee engaged in spontaneous loving service. But he is not as easily accessible to mental speculator, to those striving for self-realization by severe austerity penances, or those who consider the body as the same as the self. So any other karma, jnana, bhakti, all this is ayvas. It has to culminate to the point of bhakti. Krishna has categorically said in Bhagavad Gita, although he has given karma yoga, dhyana yoga, jnana yoga, but he has given this last point, concluding statement, that bhaktya mam avijananti javanja chasmi tattva tattya mam gantva vasati tadanantaram. मनमना भाव मद भक्त मद जाति माम नमस्कुरु मामि वश्यसि सत्यम ते प्रति जाने प्रियस्मि सर्वधर्मान परित्याग माम एकम शरणम भज हम त्वं सर्व पापेभ्यो मोक्षयामि मा. So everything, concluding statement, everything he has, Krishna has stated that everything whatever you do, it has to be culminate to the point of bhakti. So in Bhagavatam, there are so many verses where Krishna has categorically said, only by bhakti. And how to attain that bhakti? Krishna himself say that to attain bhakti, first of all he told that except bhakti there is nothing. One he has got bhakti, he has got everything. Just like one become a billionaire, he does not become to a millionaire. So Krishna has said that bhaktim labdavata sadho kimanyad avishyate mayananta guna brahmani anandanu bhavatmani. So beautiful verses. What more remains to be accomplished for the perfect devotee after achieving devotional service unto me? The supreme absolute truth, whose quality are innumerable, who am the embodiment of all ecstatic experience. So Krishna says there is nothing remain. You become billionaire. Why you need become a millionaire or $1,000 owner? There is no need of anything. He has accomplished everything. Bhagavad Gita also say that once you perform bhakti, it includes everything, all inclusive. You don't have to do anything. But now question is that how to achieve bhakti and how to steady in that bhakti. First of all, achieve bhakti, Krishna say very nicely in these beautiful verses. We cannot achieve bhakti by ourselves because we have no idea what is bhakti, how to achieve bhakti. Therefore, Krishna says that Tesu Nityam Mahabhaga Mahabhagesu Matkathaha Sambhavati hi Tatninam Jusantam Prapunanti Agaham. O greatly fortunate Uddhava. These are the Krishna is speaking Uddhava Gita, so important verses, jewel of all things, jewel of Bhagavatam. O greatly fortunate Uddhava, in the association of some saintly devotees, there is a constant discussion of me. Those partaking in this chanting and hearing of my glories are certainly purified all. This association of devotee is very important. With association of devotee, we will have an opportunity to hear about Krishna Katha. When you hear about Krishna Katha, then bhakti will sprout in our heart. In the very next verses, he continued, Taye sinvanti gayanti hi anumodanti chadritta mataparaha sadadhanascha bhaktim bindanti te mai. Whoever hears, chant, respectfully takes to the heart those topics about me, become faithfully dedicated to me, thus achieve my devotional service. That is given the solution. Who is giving solution? The master, supreme master, the object of bhakti. The object of bhakti is, who is object of bhakti? Krishna. Arad, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu beautifully stated. The whole philosophy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has been condensed in one line, one verses by Vishwanath Chakravarti. What is that verses? Aradhya Bhagavana Brajasatanaya Aradhya Bhagavana Brajasatanaya Tadhama Pundavanam Tadhanam Aradhya Bhagavana Brajasatanaya. Brajasatanaya is our object of worship, object of love. And that object of love, Krishna, is now speaking to Uddhava, to everyone through Uddhava, that how to get that active bhakti. How to get? Yes, Nvanti Gayanti Anumandanti Mat Katha, my Katha, my transcendental pastime, my topics, Hari Katha. One who is hearing and glorifying and takes it very seriously. That means apply it. That person will active. That is spoken by the object of the bhakti, object of our worshipper Lord Krishna. But we are not interested. Nobody is interested hearing. Prabhupada was very, very disgusted about all these things. Prabhupada said that I am writing books, I am giving lecture for only for you to hear. Unless you hear it, you cannot advance. We cannot advance without it. Because we are now infected with material disease. To cure that, there is a hearing process. That is the medicine. Sinvatam Sokatha Krishna Punya Sarvana Kirtana Udantastani Avadrani Vidunati Swasatam Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Every day you should hear Bhagavatam. Every day you hear about Krishna Katha. That is the process. And And so, how to do that? Because of sadhu sangha, we cannot hear ourselves because we are so infected. There's a beautiful verses, it's 11:22 something. Krishna says to Uddhava that because we have been so many years, time memorial, we are born, we are bound, we are infected disease. We need a doctor. We need sadhu sangha. Without sadhu sangha, we cannot get a chance of hearing. Sadhu sangha means there is a hearing, Sravanam Kirtanam. This Sravanam Kirtanam, Krishna telling here, that is only possible. Sambhammanti, the previous verses Krishna say, what is that? Sambhammanti. This hearing and chanting is only possible through sadhu sangha. Tesu nityam mahabhaga, mahabhage sumatkata, sambhavanti he the hearing and chanting only possible. We cannot hear and chant if we associate with a panbala, a grocery shop, a ordinary karmi. We can hear and chant about the Krishna Katha only by associating with the devotees. That is to be understood. That therefore the association of devotee is very very important. Sadhu sangha sarva shastra kahe lavamatra sadhu sangha sarva siddhi huye. There is a beautiful verses in this regard also. Same thing has been given by Jada Bharat in Bhagavatam Canto 5. Sorry, Rishabhadev is speaking to his 100th son. These beautiful verses. तस्मान्नरसंग सुसंग जातो ज्ञानंसिनैव विविक्रन्मोहो हरिं तदीया कथा न सुतेभ्याम लब्धा स्मृतिर्जति अति परम मध्वन. Beautiful verses. This was spoken by the Rishabhadev, the God himself. Simply by giving up association of worldly people, associating with exalted devotee, anyone can attain perfection of knowledge. With sword of knowledge can cut into pieces the illusory association within this material world. Through the association of devotee, one can engage in the service of the Lord by hearing, chanting, Sravanam, Kirtanam. Thus, one can revive his dormant Krishna consciousness and sticking to the cultivation of Krishna consciousness. Return home back to Godhead even in this life. This is a beautiful point. Very standing order of Rishabhadev. You want to go back in this life, then you follow this process of a devotee, exalted devotee, and where you get an opportunity to hearing about Krishna Katha. That is the way we act. First of all, we learn Bhakti is the highest truth. Second of all, to attain Bhakti, we need to hearing and chanting His glories and applying hearing and chanting. Very important. See, Ashtanga Yoga, you cannot perfect by hearing. We have to practice. Temple worship, deity worship, you have to do it practically. Otherwise, you cannot make perfect. But Hari Katha is one thing. Even after you don't practice here only, you can get purified. You can get all fruits, all success. That is the beauty of Hari Katha. By hearing Krishna himself come, we don't have to go to Krishna. Krishna will come to us. This is given. I am not manufacturing this one. This is beautiful given by this by Maitra. Sorry, King Parikvita Sukadev Goswami is beautifully stated to Parikit Maharaj. Sinvanta sadhaya nityam grinantascha se swachestitam kalena nati dirghena bhagavan visate hude. Beautiful verses. Sinvantam, person who hears Srimad Bhagavatam regularly are always taking the matter very seriously, will have personality of God, Sri Krishna manifested in their heart within a short time. We are approaching Krishna, but Krishna will come into our heart if we hear Krishna Katha Bhagavatam. That is the benefit of Krishna Katha. And that Krishna Katha is possible by association of devotee, nothing else. Nowhere we can get. Simply by association of devotee we will get. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking to whom? Is speaking to Sanatan Goswami. This is a beautiful verse, Sanatan Goswami. See, Sanatan Goswami, he spoke very nicely. Mahat kurpa bina kono karme bhakti naya Krishna bhakti dure rahu sansara nahe kheya. Mahat kurpa bina, unless one is favored by pure devotee, one cannot attend the platform of devotional service. To say nothing of Krishna bhakti, one cannot even relieve from birth. bondage of material existence. So we need the devotee association. Now the point is, now we have got the devotee association, Prabhupada association. We got initiated. Some people are initiated and all. Now what is how to study that? It, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is continuing to continuing speaking in Varanasi to Sanatan Goswami. Brahmanda Brahmite kono bhagyavan jivak Guru Krishna prasada pai bhakti lata bhi. According to their karma, all living entities are wandering throughout the entire universe. Some of them are being elevated to upper planetary, some of them are going into lower planetary system. Out of many millions of wandering living entity, one who is very fortunate gets an opportunity to associate with a bona fide spiritual master by grace of Krishna, by the mercy of both Krishna and spiritual master. Such a person receives the seeds of creeper of devotional service. So somehow, because of we have something by association of devotee, we hear, and later on we become initiated by spiritual master. Now with association of spiritual master, somehow by mercy of spiritual master and Krishna, we get the seed in the heart. The seed, just like a seed of the plant, mango plant, the seed. We got the seed, not the tree, not the fruit. But how to get fruit? Seed of devotional service is not the fruit of devotional service. It's just a seed. We have to make it grow. How to grow? Grow means how to steady our bhakti. Here it is say that next verses Malihana kare sei vijarpana sravana kirtana jale kalaya sechana. When person receives the seed of devotional service, he should take care of it, becoming a gardener, sowing the seed in his heart. If you water the seed gradually by process of Sravanam Kirtana, hearing chant, seed will begin to sprout. So you have to do this Sravanam Kirtana. Although you get the seed from spiritual master after being association of devotee and getting initiated by spiritual master, now you have to do the bhajana kriya. Bhajana kriya means watering, Sravanam Kirtanam, to grow it. So that all the why we have to do it, because previously we are so much infected from time memorial, so many unwanted habit. We are drinking, we are smoking, we are having so many other things, so many unwanted habit, which is detrimental to our bhakti. So when you become watering the seed of bhakti, then slowly anartha will go. But problem is that sometimes they say that anartha is not going. I have been practicing for long. Why it is not going? First of all, we should know what are the anarthas are there. The anartha are there. Krishna says, of course, there is a beautiful anarthas are there, very nicely explained by the Bhakti Vinod Thakur. I will show you. But here also Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say, निशिदाचरकुट नीति जीव हिंसान लाभ पूजा प्रतिष्ठादि जथा उपाख्यागना. Some unnecessary creepers growing with the bhakti creeper are creepers of behavior unacceptable to those trying to attain perfection. Just like we have seeds, we plant the seed, along with the seed there is so many unwanted creepers grow. Similarly, when we receive the seeds from spiritual master and we practice it in association of devotee and watering the seed by this Shravanam Kirtanam process of hearing and chanting, that time it's along with this bhakti there is another creeper, that is unnecessary creeper, that growing, which is blocking our perfection, which is blocking our bhakti lata, the seeds of bhakti to grow and grow and grow and bear some fruits. These are the stumbling blocks. What are the stumbling blocks? Diplomatic behavior, animal killing, mundane perpetrating, mundane adoration, mundane importance, all these are unwanted creatures. Actually, it has been categorized by four type of anartha. This is a very good things are there in Bhajana Rahasya. It is stated that Bhakti Vinod Thakur has stated there are four kind of anartha of living entity. By Maya are of four kinds. Anartha of living entity enchanted by the Maya are four kinds. Illusion about real identities. Swarupa Brahma. Initially we do not know who I am, who is Krishna, what is our relationship. That is called Swarupa Brahma, real identity we do not know, identity crisis. Hankering for that which is temporary, Asat Krishna. Although we are initiated, at the same times we have some challenges of bhakti. What is the challenges of bhakti? There is stated in this beautiful verses in Chaitanya Charitamrita. What is the challenges in bhakti? भुक्ति मुक्ति आदि बांछा यदि मने होए साधना करिले प्रेम उत्पन्न ना होए. If one is infected with desire for material enjoyment, material liberation, he cannot rise the platform to the platform of pure loving service unto the Lord. Even though he may superficially render devotional service according to the routine regulative principle. So we have accepted the Sadh Bhakti Lata Bij, we are initiated by spiritual master, we are performing regulative principle, no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, you know, all the four regulative principle, no intoxication, the four things, along which we are chanting 16 round. Despite all the things, why we are not, our bhakti is not so steady. Sometimes it's up and down, up and down. It is, it is fluctuating because we have not even cross over, get over the anartha nirbiti, all unnecessary, unwanted things. The previous habit is not cleared. All our anartha, all our dirty thing in the heart is not cleared. We want to still material and we have some material enjoyment. We want to still enjoy at the same time we are doing some devotional sadhana bhakti. Some people wanted liberation. All these sin, all these things are called greed for material enjoyment. All these things are called, what is that called? Trishna. Trishna means desire. Trishna. Hankering which is temporary, asata trishna. Hankering for material things, mundane profiteering, labha. So as long as we have these things, we cannot get the bhakti. These are the stumbling block. We should know that. First of all, we should know that identity, aham brahmasmi, what is my relationship with Krishna, all the things. And second is that we should not have, at the same time, we are attached to family, attached to our job. We want both. We want Krishna, we want also joint account. We want Krishna as well as we want family, we want money, we want this, that, all the things. We have so many attachments. Prabhupada says that when milk and water together mix, it becomes diluted. It is not condensed, it is not concentrated milk. Therefore, we should be like a swan to distinguish and take out only milk, not the water. Therefore, we should know where is our problem, where is the trouble begins. The trouble begins that we are not following properly the instruction of spiritual master. Spiritual master given that no, anartha nirbiti, all this unwanted necessary thing you should get over. You should abandon. And third one is offenses, aparadha. There is four kind of aparadha is there. Aparadha to Krishna, aparadha to Nama aparadha, Krishna aparadha, Vaishnava aparadha, Dhama aparadha. There are four aparadha is there. If you are remaining offenses, there are 10 offenses to against the name. Vaishnava aparadha is very, very dangerous. It will uproot all our seeds. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said that very like a uproot completely the root of bhakti. Then Dhama Aparadha. We are going to pilgrimage places, we are doing Dhama Aparadha. We are telling Vrindavan is so dusty, so dirty. Because we are seeing our in material eyes. We do not see in the spiritual eyes that this same Vrindavan is now Bahuma Vrindavan manifested. आनंद चिन्मय रस भवि भविता विभवि आनंद चिन्मय रस प्रतिभावि स्थावि तावीर एव निज रूप गोलोक आनंद चिन्मय रस प्रतिता विस्तावि तावीर एव निज रूपता एकलाभि गोलोक एव निवसति अखिलात्मा भूतम गोविंदमादि पुरुषम. They same Vrindavan Krishna has manifested, but our eyes we see that dust. That dust is so important. Brajaraj, that is called Brajaraj. We are putting tilak. A tilak is made up of the Vrindavan dust. That Brajaraj is so important. Brahma wanted to become a dust in the Vrindavan. Uddhava wanted to be a dust in Vrindavan. The great personality like Uddhava. Lord Shiva wanted to be in Vrindavan. He was there as a Gopeshwar Mahadev, Chakuleshwar Mahadev, Nandeshwar Mahadev. The great personality they wanted to Vrindavan, Braj Ras, because they want Braj Ras. Braj Raj. Raj means dhuli, the dust. But we see that, oh, Vrindavan is so dusty, dirty. This is called Dham Aparad. And there's a beautiful verses. If you do this Dham Aparad, you cannot, you should do this offenses. Aparad, very difficult to get Krishna Prem. Bhakti cannot be. Even millions of years you try, you cannot get bhakti if you remain in a aparadha state. बहु जन्म करे यदि श्रवणा कीर्तना तबु नना तबु तन पाया कृष्णा पदे प्रेम धना. If one is infested with the 10 offenses in chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, despite his endeavor to chant the holy name of many bars, he will not get the love of Godhead. That is the ultimate goal of this chanting. So when you do all these offenses, Nama Prada, Dhama Prada, Vaishnava Prada, although we can chant so many times, we perform bhakti, we will not get the bhakti. We will not get ultimate goal, which is love of Godhead. We may get some material benefit. Offensive chanting still has got some benefit, but it will not give you. So these offenses, this anarthas has to be abandoned, has to be carefully understood and know how to overcome this one. The fourth one is weakness of the heart, Hridaya Daulabhya. What is that Hridaya Daulabhya? There is also very nicely spoken here. There are four types of Hridaya Daulabhya. The attachment to earthless object. This is also spoken by Rupa Goswami in Nectar of Instruction. What is that? Atya ahara prayasacha prajalpa. What is that? Prajalpa. The fourth one is forget. Atya ahara prayasasa prajalpa janasanghalaulyam sadvidhi bhakti vinasati. The attachment to the earthless object, that is object unrelated to Krishna, hypocrisy, kutaniti. We have learned that kutaniti here, 19175, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Envy upon seeing the prosperity of others, envious of devotees, desire for prestige, position, pratishtha, the name and fame. These are all called Hudaya Daulabhyam. This is also anartha. As long as we have that, we have to get prestige, name, fame. For that, if you want to execute Krishna consciousness, bhakti, that will not real bhakti. You cannot get bhakti. So therefore, we should know that these things are very impediment for our progress, for our study in bhakti. Every item is very important. Attachment to earthless. That is spoken by the Chaitanya Mahasari, Rupa Goswami in the Nectar of Instruction. अत्याहार प्रयास च प्रजल्प नियमाग्रह जन संगश्चलोल्यम च षडवीर भक्तिर विनोसति. Atyahara means one's devotional service spoiled when become too entangled in following six activity, eating more than necessary or collecting more fun than required. These are all unnecessary things. We are so much attached to unnecessary things. Over endeavoring for mundane things that are very difficult to overcome, unnecessary, working hard to get money, which is not so necessary. Devotees, simple living, high thinking. Krishna consciousness thinking is a highest thinking. Simple living, highest thinking. Just to maintain the body and soul together. It is stated in this Bhagavatam also. Jivasya tattva jigyasa. The main duty of Kamasya Indriya Priti Labha Jive Japa. Kamasya means you should not be so attached to Indriya Priti, and for that you are over endeavoring. Talking unnecessary about mundane subject matter, prajalpa, unnecessary talking is very, very bad. This is called Bayasam Tirtham. This is the pilgrimage places of crow. Crows are very interested in dirty things. So unnecessary talking, idle talk is prajalpa. Gramya katha na kahibo, gramya katha na sunibo. Bhalo na paribo, bhalo na khaibo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given a very standing instruction to Sanatan Goswami that Gramya Katha means idle talk, unnecessary talk. Other than Krishna talk, everything is unnecessary. We should not do that. Gramya Katha na kahiba na, neither you hear also, because it will impede our bhakti. We cannot make steady in the bhakti, because anartha nirviti, as long as we have anartha nirviti, we cannot come to the stage of nishta. Nishta means steadiness in bhakti. Bhakti will be fluctuating. Today I am very nice, very enthusiastic. Tomorrow I am down. Today I am chanting 16 rounds. Tomorrow I am no eventually not chanting anything, even 1 round, 2 round, mechanical chanting. And we want to finish it as soon as and hang the bead bag, crucifying the bead bag. Hanging means crucifying, just like Jesus Christ was crucified. And fourth one is practicing scriptural rule and regulation only for the sake of following them, not for the sake of spiritual advancement, or rejecting rules and regulation. First of all, you should not reject rule and regulation. You become sahajya. Oh, everything takes very cheap. Oh, I can do tomorrow chanting. I can do tomorrow worshipping. I can do tomorrow hearing. Tomorrow. Aaj karo so kal karo so parso. Procrastination. That is not good. Also, you should not be so rigid about only rules and regulation. You become karmakandiya. That is karmakandiya. Both are not good. Everything should be balanced according to instruction of spiritual master. How much we chant, how much we do this hearing, how much do we seva, everything has to be executed under the guidance of spiritual master. Then fifth one is associating with worldly minded who are not interested in Krishna consciousness. This is very, very important. Asata sakta, asata sanga tyagai Vaishnava acharya. The first characteristic of Vaishnava is to give up the association of non-devotee. You are judged. Bannarsa say that you are judged by your association. If you are associated with somebody who is not Krishna consciousness, we will be infected. We also be infected. Just like you are contracted by a disease, you will develop that disease. You are contracted by a viral disease, you will become viral disease like fever and all. Similarly, when you are contracted or come in association with non-devotees who are not interested in Krishna consciousness, you will be infected. You will be losing the faith in Krishna, interest in Krishna Katha or Bhakti. That is very, very important. Sadhu Sangha, Asat Sangha Taga hi Vaishnavacharya. Beautiful verses is there. It will be another chapter. Then being greedy for mundane achievement, that is very, very laulyam. This laulyam is very, very bad. That greediness, labho, mundane profiteering. Greed, Krishna says that anger, greed, and three things are naraka. Naraka means is gateway to hell. And greed is the one thing. That greed is, if it is spiritual greed, that is very good. Easily we can get Krishna Prema Bhakti. That is stated by the this is stated by Rupa Goswami. Laulyam ekamalyam Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavita Mati Kriyatam Jadi Kutopi Labhyate. You buy it wherever there is available, wherever there is a market where Bhakti is sold. You should have an intense desire to buy it. The price is intense desire, laulyam. The price is not $1,000, $1,000,000 to get bhakti. No. The only thing, only mulya means only price, only value to get that bhakti is laulyam, but spiritual laulyam, that not mundane laulyam. Mundane laulyam is an impediment, stumbling block to progress in bhakti. Bhakti will destroy, spoil. But spiritual laulyam, the greed, intense desire to get Krishna, That is very, very wanted. Otherwise, it become a sattvic movement, sattvic consciousness, sattvic entertainment. Oh, very nice Sunday program, very nice. Prasadam, little philosophy, kirtan. No, we should have an intense desire to get bhakti. Laulyam, that is. Very nice story is there. How the thief, he heard about that Krishna has got so many jewels. So immediately he went to speaker, show his knife. Where is the whereabout of Krishna? Where is Krishna residence? He told, go to Vrindavan, you get. And that speaker has no faith. He told what he is going to get Krishna. Vrindavan, Krishna is not there. But that thief, he thought that better to get Krishna and get the jewel so that I do not have to steal small, small things. He went to Vrindavan and he is looking for Krishna with intense desire. Krishna manifested. Krishna came. After seeing the Krishna, associating with Krishna, he dropped his idea of stealing. And he told the truth to Krishna, I have come to steal, but I do not want to. But Krishna gave him all the things. Then he came back to this speaker, he told that Krishna gave me. He was amazed. Unless you intense desire, Krishna will not come to us. We cannot purchase Krishna. We should have an intense desire. Laulyam hi ekam mulya. Even 1 crore of pious life, you cannot get Krishna. So that is called lowlyam. These are the things which is very much detrimental to our study in bhakti or progress in bhakti. What are the things which are favorable? Which are favorable? Uchchan nischaya dharya dhairat tat tat karma prabhatanat sangatyaga sato brite sadvir bhakti prasidhati. These verses are like a ornament. If a devotee should make this ornament always put in the garland, just like I put the Patita Pavana flag of Jagannath Mahaprabhu's temple, Jagannath Temple Puri, on my neck to get the blessings while speaking about Krishna Katha. Similarly, one should, these two verses are so important. Every devotee should make this as a garland in their neck. There are 6 principles of favorable to execution of pure devotional. Being enthusiastic, always utkantha. Enthusiastic means utkantha. You should hear also utkantha. Nobody is hearing nowadays class. What they know? They do not know anything. Simply a sattvic entertainment. They made the Krishna consciousness sattvic entertainment become neophyte throughout their life. There is no steady in bhakti. Why? So much attachment. They do not know what are the anartha, how to get over it. Therefore, they are in a very neophyte stage. It's a very dangerous stage. Being enthusiastic with kantha. Your kantha means what? This kantha, utkantha. This is my kantha. The chin. It should be up while hearing. Not only you hear with attentive. Like how Parikit Maharaj, when he was hearing 4th day, Sukadeva Goswami is telling Maharaj Parikit, you have not taken any food. You are fasting. Why didn't you take some food? What he told? No, 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 no. I am hearing the nectar. I am drinking the nectar. I don't need any. I am not hungry. I'm eating. I'm taking the nectar of Krishna Katha. This is the verse is there in a very nice verse. 10:3:13, I think. Let's see. No, 10:3. What is that verse? 10:1:13, I think. Let's see. Which forget. Yes, because of my bhav on the verge of death, I have given up even drinking water. Yet, because I am drinking the nectar of topics about Krishna, which is flowing from lotus mouth of your Lord of Lordship, my hunger and thirst, which are extremely difficult to bear, cannot hinder me. See, this is the way we should hear. I have given up drinking water. Drink because I am drinking the nectar of the topics about Krishna, Krishna Katha. पीबतं त्वन्मुखाम्बुज आचुत्यं हरिकथामृतं पीबतं I am drinking from your mukha, from your mouth. What I am drinking? Achutyam harikathamrutam. Harikatha amruta. Therefore I am not hunger. I forget hunger, which is very difficult to forget. So many verses is there also in this regard. We are not going, we will go back to nectar of instruction. 3. So, what is where we are speaking about Utsav, that we should have enthusiasm to hear about Krishna Katha, do perform seva, service, all the nine process of devotional service, hearing, chanting should be done, should be executed with utmost enthusiasm. This enthusiasm in material world also, without enthusiasm you cannot success. What to speak about spiritual world? Nishchayat, confidence. We have confidence. Yes, I will get the Krishna prem. Dharya, dhairat, patience. You should not be impatient. Oh, I am doing, why I am not getting the bhakti? You will get it. Patience and perseverance are key to success. In material world also, if one has to become success, he has to be very patient and perseverance. Dhairyat means perseverance actually. They say grit. Tat karma pravatana. You should also execute rule and regulation, routine work. Whatever is given by instruction, given by regulative principle, laid by the Acharya, our spiritual master and Acharya, we should follow that. No more manufacturing. No, 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 I should do it my way. No, my way is not the highway. This Krishna's way, Acharya way. We should not do any whimsically. Sangatyaga satavriti. Sangatyaga is very important. Sangatyaga means association of devotee. Bad association you should tyaga. And you should have a devotee association. Because if we associate with the materialistic or a person who is not interested in Krishna consciousness, we will develop the material desire. That is called anartha. But if we associate with devotees, we will develop spiritual desire. That is called spiritual desire. We will develop the spiritual desire. So that is the benefit of association. Satobriti. Satobriti means we should follow the Acharya, previous Acharya. Sadvir Bhakti Prasiddhati. These things are favorable. Abandoning association devotee, following in the footsteps of previous Acharya. These 6 principles undoubtedly assure complete success of pure devotional service. Prabhupada is translating. Sadvir Bhakti Prasiddhati. Pure devotional service. Prabhupada is written, devotional service is not a matter of sentimental speculation, imaginative ecstasy. Its substance is practical activity. Sri Rupa Goswami in this Bhakti Rasamrita define the devotional service. What is that? Anya vilasita sunyam jnanam karmadi anarvitam anukulyena krishnanushilanam bhakti uttama. Uttama bhakti or unalloyed devotion unto Supreme Personality of God as Sri Krishna is involved in rendering of devotional service in a way that is favorable to the Lord, not that which is favorable to me. That is called sattvic entertainment. I am happy. Sunday program, I am happy. I am getting prasadam. I am getting hearing. This is my pleasure. No, which is favorable to the Lord. This is devotional service. And it should be free from any extraneous motive, devoid of fruitive karma, impersonal jnana, and all other special desire. It should be ahituki apradhyata, no any motive, external motive, unmotivated, uninterrupted. Today I am very happy, I am doing very nice, tomorrow I am go down. No, everything should be continuous process, spontaneous, it should be very uninterrupted process, continuous process, without any motivation, personal motivation, external motivation. If the bhakti is executed in that mood, modality and modus operandi, then that bhakti is the pure bhakti and we can attain soon, very easily. That's what Rupa Goswami says, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, nectar of instruction, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavatam, Krishna says to Uddhava. So many references today we have learnt that how is important the bhakti is, and attaining bhakti or making the bhakti steady, we should get over the anartha nirviti. All the anartha nirviti. So this is very important point, that we should know our anartha, which is an impediment, stumbling block to become steady in bhakti. And steady bhakti can be executed if you get over the anartha. By get overing anartha, we have to more time associate with devotee and hear bhajana kriya, strong bhajana kriya. Anartha niviti is not getting over because the previous step on bhajana kriya is not proper. Bhajana kriya means we have to hear and chant according to the instruction of spiritual master. You have to associate with devotee, hear and chant. More you hear, more you chant, glorify, more you practical life, then automatically all this anartha will be vanquished. This is stated by the Vasudev, 176 of Bhagavatam. अनर्थोपशमं साक्षात् भक्ति योगमदोक्षते लोकस्य ज्ञातविद्वां चक्रे सातोत्र संहिताम्. The material imagery of living entity which are superfluous to him can be directly mitigated by the linking process of devotional service. For the mass people do not know this, therefore the learned Vasudev compiled the Vedic literature which is in relation to the supreme truth. The next verses is stated very nicely. What is that next verses? Yasyang bhai sriyamanayam Krishna parama puruse bhakti utpadayet punsa soko moya bhaya upaya. Simply by once giving oral reception to this Vedic literature, the feeling for loving devotional service to the Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, sprouts up at once to extinguish the fire of lamentation, illusion, fearfulness. All this is also anartha, lamentation, illusion, fearfulness. Why it is coming? Why it is there in the heart? Because of anartha. All this unwanted thing, unnecessary thing, dirty thing. May simply by hearing process we can clear. Krishna will come and clear it. Pravishta kannarandrena soram so soram bhava so sonam bhava soruraham dhunati samalam Krishna sarirat sadatha sarat. This is a beautiful verse. Krishna will come and cleanse it if you hear it. प्रविष्टकन्नरान्ध्रेण स्वानां भावस्वरूरहं धुनति समलं कृष्ण सलिलस्य जथासरात्. Srimad Bhagavatam, the sound incarnation of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Soul, enters into the heart of self-realized devotee, sits on the lotus flower of his loving relationship, thus cleanses the dust of material association, such as lust, anger, and hankering, thus acts like autumnal rains upon pools of muddy water. See, when you hear Krishna enter through the ears and come to the heart and cleanses us, he takes the, what he does, not only he stays there, but he cleanses, he takes the sweep and he sweeps in the heart. Cleanses properly, dhunati means properly cleanses, vidhunati, very nicely cleansing all the things, so that we can attend the devotional service and go back to him. Actually, he wanted us to go back. Krishna wanted us to go back, but to go back to him, there is a price. We should have a pure devotional service. Krishna say, only by pure devotional service one can attend me. One can come to me. Bhagavad Gita also Krishna say that. 11:54. Krishna say that a very nice verse, Bhagavad Gita 11:54. Very nice. You should remember this verse. Bhaktva ananya bhakta tu anannaya sakya aham eva buddha arjuna gyantum drashtum cha tattena praveshtum cha param tapa. My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am, standing before you. Can thus be seen directly. Only in this way can you enter into the mystery of my understanding. This is what Krishna is telling, bhakti, to develop that bhakti. So we should know what are the challenges. The highest is the bhakti, how to attain bhakti, and what are the challenges in the path of bhakti, the anarthas. How to attain the pure bhakti, anyavilasita sunyam jnana karmadi anarvatam. That is the pure bhakti. No more hankering, no anartha, no material desire, no jnana, no karma, pure bhakti, condensed, concentrated bhakti. Concentrated bhakti, condensed bhakti, no more adulterated bhakti. In this way we can attain Krishna. Therefore, Rupa Goswami has given the five type of beautiful five anga of bhakti. We should follow that five anga of bhakti so that we can get over all this anartha. This is very nice. It is given in, it is spoken to, again Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke to Sanatana Goswami. Sadhu Sangha Nama Kirtana Bhagavata Sravana Mathura Vasa Srimurti Rasadhaya Sevana. So these are the things one should associate with devotee, chant the holy name of the Lord, hear Srimad Bhagavatam, reside at Mathura, worship the deity with faith and veneration. The next verses is, he has said that by, sorry, in next verses he told that 22, 129. सकल साधना श्रेष्ठ एहि पांच अंग कृष्ण प्रेम जन्माए पांचेर अल्प संग. These five limbs of devotional service are best of all. Even slight performance of these five awakens the love for Krishna. We are eternally related to Krishna. We have forgotten that one. Our love is dormant now. To awakening this love, we have to hear and get over all anarthas, then come to the awaken our love for Krishna. The five limbs, very, very important. Shravana, Nama, Kirtana, Bhagavatam, Katha, sorry, devotee association, hearing, chanting, devotee association, staying in Mathura or any temple, any holy places or temple, or and deity worship with faith and veneration. These five things are very important. So these are the things very important to learn for a devotee, how to study in the bhakti and how to attain the perfection. Otherwise, we will remain as a neophyte, even though we have been in the so many years in the movement, 20 years, somebody 30 years. This is not the years. Years is not the matter, but your years is matter. How many times you are hearing about Krishna Katha, that matters a lot. That matters a lot. It is stated that in this life you can go back to Godhead if you hear properly Krishna Katha. There is spoken in this beautiful Srimad Bhagavatam, 11, I think, yes, 11, 6, 24, 44. So many verses are there. My dear Lord, this pious and saintly person who is who in the age of Kali hear about your transcendental activities and also glorify them will easily cross over the darkness of the age. So many verses are there. In this very life you can go back. O my dear Krishna, your pastime are supremely auspicious for mankind, are intoxicating beverage for the ear. Tasting such pastime, people forget their desire for other things. More you hear, more knowledge. So thank you very much. I will conclude here because there are so many verses are there which is stressing about how hearing is very important. Krishna Katha particularly, so that we will be getting over all this anartha. We should know all the anartha also. So thank you very much. We will stop here. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to all the devotees. Hare Krishna.